Well, hello everybody. I wanted to give you all a little bit of a channel update. Just kind of a life and in general update. Okay, so here's what's cooking. First, what I want to do is I want to, I've got a few subscribers now, and I'm getting more and more every day. But what I'd like to do is kind of have a little community here. All of y'all are talking to me, and I really appreciate that. And so what I want to do is I want to invite you to, in the comments of this video, if you have a YouTube channel that has videos on it that you do, I don't care what it is, doesn't matter, go ahead and say that you have a channel in the comments so that people who come to see me and might want to check out what you guys are doing, I want to see it too. So go ahead and just say, I have a channel. I make videos about XYZ, whatever. That way, people coming here to see this can find you and, subscribe to you and check you out. Because that's cool. I'm interested in what you guys are doing. I'm only going to just name a couple here. But I've got the Woodsman, Eric, and I've got Garnett and Pavel. There's just a ton of you guys out there. Bill Holden. It's really cool. I've got Patrice, who talked to me, and we'll leave comments and stuff. And you guys have channels. A lot of you guys are doing music. And some of you guys aren't, but I want to hear from you. So go ahead and leave your information down in the comments, and I'll leave some of those channels that I talked about in the description. And I think that'll be cool. So do that. The next thing I want to talk about is tablature. Over the years, that I've been on YouTube anyway, I've had a lot of requests for tablatures. And sometimes I've tried to write out tabs, and my handwritten tabs are just kind of messy, and it does take time to write out tabs. But I am coming into this century, I guess you'd say, as far as technology goes, because I went and got, a little app where I can make beautiful looking tabs of my stuff. So I tested it out on my latest video, the bluetail fly, and I tabbed out the break real quick. Didn't take me long. And wow, I love how it turned out. So I was really thinking about what to do, and I'm sorry that I can't give this away for free, because it takes too much time, you guys, to do the videos, to do, to get the next video coming up and do the tabs and everything with it. So kind of what I've decided for now is just I'm going to start going back, and I'll try to do a couple a week. All my breaks, everything, I'm going to try to get all those tabs in Patreon. Now, I'm just going to start out there. I'm not really offering them up for sale anywhere or anything like that. But if you go to Patreon, if you're a $5 a month subscriber there, you get access to everything. Everything that I've ever done. As far as, you get all that. And you'll get all these tabs. And you can print them out, you can save them, whatever. I don't want to spend too much time talking about this, but for now, that's where they're going to be. So if you want them, head on over there and do that. That's $5 a month, for every tab I do. But anyway, I don't want to harp on that, because I don't want to do it like that. I wish that I had time to just do banjo stuff and do music stuff all the time for you guys, but I just can't. And, the more time I take away from the family, they start to notice. And so, when the dishes don't get done, No, I'm kidding. But you know how it is. I've got to do a little something that gives me some return. I love the wonderful comments I get from you guys and the support. And that, if I could float on that and eat on that, I would, I promise you. But anyway, okay, the next thing, website. My website, I've just been having a lot of problems with it. It's more trouble than it's worth, and I don't like the host. I'm not going to talk bad about them on here, but I feel like they've done me wrong, and it's expensive, and I just don't know if it's worth it anymore to do it. I feel like, I do sell some ebooks, and, people see stuff through there, the video lessons and ebooks and stuff. But I'm going to still do giveaways. And I have the Patreon site, and I have the Facebook page. So if you're not already a member of the Facebook page, or if you haven't liked the Facebook page, it's called Banjo Lemonade on Facebook. So you can get me through there. You'll be able to get me through Patreon. You can get me through here. There's plenty of places for you guys to get in touch with me if you need something, like the ebook or the video lessons pack or my CD, any of that stuff, or the stickers. If you want any of that stuff, you can just shoot me an email through any of those to get that. But the website, I think I'm just going to let it die. It's just been a pain, and I don't have the time. It literally would take me at least 40 hours to recreate my website, because I would not stay with these people. But it would take me at least 40 hours of time on my husband's computer, and he works on that computer every day. So there's just no time for me to do that. And it's just, I think I'm going to let it die so that I can concentrate on all this other stuff. And lastly, I'm trying not to make this too long, y'all. I'm sorry. Requests. I love you guys for giving me requests. And here's the big but. And I know I've said this before. And I'm sorry. I'm failing you guys, and I'm falling short. And I'm sorry about that. But my request list is a mile long. And I'm so sorry. There are songs on there that, sure, I might have heard them, or some of them I've never heard. But I don't know all these songs. It takes time to learn them, to figure out how I'm going to teach them to you guys. And, if I'm going to add a break, if I'm going to tab it out, and really, it's just tough for me to do those. I try to do them, and I have been doing them, and, I don't put on there that this is a request, but a lot of my recent songs have been requests. So, I have to go, I research them, look them up, really get into the song. I don't want to just give you something in 5 minutes, I want to get into the song and feel the tune. So I'll do my best with the requests. I hear some company, I think. So I'm gonna, no, I don't. Okay. But with the requests, I'll do my best, but I can't make any promises. I really can't. Some of these, I just don't want to just give you something, I want to take my time and do it right. So, and another thing, and I'm not trying to beat a dead horse here, but the requests that I get in Patreon, I've got to listen to those first. I've got that company hanging on. So with those requests, it's going to take a while, and I'm sorry for that, but please do understand that it's not just, I know some of these songs, but, it's not just me already knowing the whole song and able to just pop it out for you. Yeah, I've been playing for 15 years, but I play what I like. I like a lot of things, but, I'm sorry, but I'll do my best. Okay. All right. Finally, the garden is growing like crazy. Oh my goodness. We're going to make pickles. Going to make salsa. There's so many tomatoes. Oh my goodness. Love them. But one thing I want to do is talk to you about this real quick. And this comes from the book of Matthew. And this is Matthew chapter 5, verse 44. And it says, but I say, and this is Jesus talking here. It says, but I say unto you, love your enemies, bless them that curse you, do good to them that hate you, and pray for them which despitefully use you and persecute you. Okay. Wow. That's huge. And it's important. You know, we're told that we're supposed to love our enemies. We're supposed to pray for those who persecute us and use us. You know, you may have people in your life. I'm not talking about this far off stuff. That's hard for a lot of people. You know, let's talk about your life, your little circle, your world. What can you do? Okay. There are people that use you on a daily basis. Let's face it, there are. Some of them are your family, your closest friends, whatever. People at work, you know, whatever. There are people that use you, people that dislike you. And you know there are people that even hate you. You know this. Especially if you got any years on you at all. You know this stuff. This is life. But what does God tell us to do? He says, love them. Okay, how do I love somebody who uses me and treats me bad? Well, there's a lot of things that I try to do. And this is tough. This is not an easy thing to do. But let's say somebody close to you takes advantage of you. You know, maybe you babysit their kids, or maybe you let them use your tools or borrow things, or what, you know, there's so many things, so many ways. Or at work, you know, they put everything on you. Way more than what is really your job. Okay, how do you love them? Well, first of all, a lot of it's up here. It's very hard to not have these negative thoughts towards these kind of people. But God tells us to turn the other cheek. If they're going to slap you on this side, turn them this side also. And I don't think that means to let people abuse you. And just walk all over you. I don't think that's what that means. But I think what that means is we give them a lot of leeway. We're supposed to forgive a man hundreds of times if they ask for forgiveness. So basically, to me, when I apply that to this scripture that I just read, it means do your very best to have patience with them, to show them love, because the way they're acting towards you, it might not just be, you know, it might not just be them hating you personally, or they may hate you, but it might not just be that. They may have a very hard life. They may really need a friend. They may really need just that little bit of lift that you might be able to give them. And, you know, sometimes there are people that are, I don't want to say jealous, but they might see that, you know, that you're happy-go-lucky, that it takes a lot to get you down, and that you don't let the world get you down easily. And that is a very hard thing to do. But we need to strive towards that, and we need to try to do that. We need to love those who use us and hate us. We need to. We also need to be the light for them and try to show them how they should be. And I don't mean going blah, 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 or beat them over the head with the Bible. That's not what I mean. I mean, we need to try through our life. This is what I think Jesus means when he says be the light. Through our life, we are that shining light of how to be. We are examples. Ooh, that's kind of neat. We are examples of what Jesus wants us to be and how to live. So try your hardest to be very patient. If you're working with children, whatever, anything, try to be very patient with these people who dislike you. or use you or are mean to you or whatever. The list goes on and on and on. Try to be patient with them. Try to show them love. And that may be something new for you. You know, you may have always just put up with it and just sucked it down. But try showing them some kindness. I mean more than you have in the past. See what happens then. Try showing them the love of Jesus. And again, I'm not saying beat them over the head. I'm saying with your attitude and everything you do, show them that you're the light and that there's verses everywhere, but verses are just flying through my head. Pew, 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 pew. And I don't know them by heart. I can't tell you where they are, but they're in here. There's a verse about how to, you might be asked about the joy that's in your heart that's beaming and glowing. And I know I'm messing this up, but I'm not getting it word for word. But, you know, the joy that's inside us comes from God. And it just beams out of us and just exudes and drips from our lives. And I'm just going all over the place here, but I'm thankful for that. But it is very important. And you say, Mandy, how can I do this? I can't love people that hate me. It is very important that we try, or else it wouldn't be in here. Okay? It is very important that we try our hardest. And, you know, those problems that we have with these people, or, you know, we give those to God. Just give them to God. Get them off your back. Get them off your shoulders and give them to God. And that is so hard to do. I know, you guys. But you got to try. And really, really you have to try. And this kind of follows that other video I made that had that thing in it. Can't say the words. Get a little bit of trouble. But, you know, if you know somebody, whether they're your best friend or not, if you know somebody who really seems down, just talk to them. Maybe reach out to them just a little bit. Even if they've been cruel to you in the past or mean to you, just take that extra minute and say, have a good day. Or, you know, you're in passing or something, you know, just take that extra little step to be kind to them. Because that's what we're called to do here, people. It is. And, you know, the banjo and all this stuff, it brings me joy and I love it. But really, you know, that's the small stuff, okay? And I want to be here for joy for you guys. I want to be fun. And I don't ever want to bring you down, and I'm not trying to do that. I'm trying to show you the way to be the light and be that joy. Have that joy inside you, because, man, I do. And it just spews out of me. I love it. So, anyway, this has went longer than I planned. I'm going to do my best to get all these verses, and I'm sure I've screwed them up, but I'm going to do my best. I'm going to get the names of all the channels that I mentioned. They're going to be in the description for you to go to and see. Then I'm going to get all the verses that I've mentioned, and they're going to be in there too for you to look up, and let's discuss them if you want. You know, you haters out there, guess what? I love you, and so does Jesus. And it's okay if you want to hate down in the comments. That's okay. You know, obviously there's a lot of people that agree with me, and there's a lot of people that disagree with me, and you know what, that's okay too. I can handle it. But I'm not inviting you to come hate on me, because I don't want to see that. I'm going to love on you regardless of what you say. So that's what I'm taught, that's what I'm told to do. And I just want to leave you with that everybody out there, anybody, my God, my Jesus, He loves you, and He's waiting to talk to you. And I I hope you have a beautiful, glorious day, and I hope you enjoyed and got something out of this channel update. See you later.